So thank you. I am a public health nurse, true and true, always have been, always will be. I wanted to start out with our immunization rates, just so you know where we're at in Michigan and that we do feel we have work to do. And as Mark said, we do have room for change, and in our immunization rates, we always have change. Michigan rates over the past year, this is our November 2016 data. Oh, I should have fixed that top line. I see that now. But this is as of just recently. We did increase to 75% for our pediatric series, and this is our 19 to 36 months of age. And so we're very happy about that. We are now 29th in the nation and up from 43rd, but 29th is still not good enough for us. We're not happy with 29th. So we definitely have room for change, and part of that change is working through this I Vaccinate campaign and hoping to see improvement in that as well. How many of you remember this campaign? Great. There are folks around who remember the I Vaccinate or the Immunize Your Little Michigander. This campaign was going on when I first moved to Michigan. I'm not a native Michigander, but I have become a true Michigander. This campaign was awesome. It was launched in the mid-90s. It was launched with our governor at the time, a famous person from Detroit, Anita Baker, if you remember her, a singer who helped support immunizations. And it was put out with the Department of Public Health at the time. Our name has changed a lot since then as well. But it was a campaign to support immunizations. Our rates were very low at the time. And it was a campaign that basically was a shot in the arm for immunizations in Michigan to support getting our babies up to date on their immunizations. This was the governor's wife and their triplets at the time promoting the immunization campaign, and it was easy to do. 5 visits by age 2 was the logo. And it worked. It was a grassroots effort. It was on the little trays at McDonald's. It was everywhere you looked. And it was a campaign that was launched that was successful. Well, we based the new I Vaccinate campaign a lot on that Immunize Your Little Michigander. And we're doing the same. We're trying to get out the word a lot like that campaign. Although in 2000, it's a whole lot different because we have iPhones, we have Facebook, we have social media, so it's a whole different ballgame on how we get the information out. The campaign is now in its 2nd year. The first year, this summarizes it a little bit. It talks about how we emphasize areas with high waiver rates and low immunization rates, focusing on our big counties like Oakland, Washtenaw, Livingston, Lenawee, St. Clair, Huron, Sanilac, Shiawassee, Lapeer, Grand Traverse. The campaign itself is to increase childhood immunization rates for targeting parents, pregnant women specifically, and women with children under age 6. And then secondary with physicians, nurses, hospitals, community health centers, local health department agencies, and other healthcare providers. So the target was to get information out to moms and their families in a way that parents could have safe, effective communication and a way for them to get information that they could use. So now we're going into our 2nd year. Veronica McNally, that was featured in the video that you saw earlier, is the mom who has launched this campaign, as you saw in the video, the I Vaccinate campaign. She started Franny Strong in memory of her daughter Francesca. She is the one that led this campaign, who has worked with the agencies to do the research and to launch the campaign. She wanted a place that parents could go to get this information. She has secured the funding now, again, for the 2nd year in conjunction with the state. The emphasis now this year is to branch out into additional areas, so we're moving on to Wayne County, northern, lower peninsula of the Mitten, upper peninsula, more in the Thumb area. And as you can see on the maps, and it kind of matches what Bob had talked about with the waiver areas, where we're seeing more waivered area, higher waiver rates. We're also seeing lower immunization rates. So when you see the darker areas, or the areas that we need to focus on for immunization rates, many of them also mimic the areas that we need to focus on for higher waiver rates. So it's the areas in the area in the UP, in the thumb, in the areas same as the top part of the mitten, and along the border areas of the lower portion of the state, Indiana, Ohio border. So that's where we're focusing the efforts with iVaccinate this year. And so we heard through research those areas did not get as much information the first year of the campaign, and so we're expanding this year the campaign. So hopefully we'll increase those. One of the things that research has shown us that you get a lot of bang for your buck through outdoor advertisement, and so many of you may have seen some of these. If you travel 96, 127, 23, these were out on the roads, and so great ways to see these up, and folks are passing them. Coverage areas were good. We're hoping to expand them as well. Research for the campaign was used again for women with children through age 5 in the household. Target audiences were TV, people who watched cable TV, regular network TV, radio, outdoor billboards using their smartphones who were on social media, people who were on the internet at least 5 times. So the research was done with Veronica. She wanted the research to show her where to direct the campaign. So now the media has been directed to those areas, and this is some of the media channels that the campaign will be focusing on. There are even mommy blogs that are being utilized so parents and moms can get information from that aspect. Print magazines, doctor information going out through posters and brochures, Pandora, you name it, the campaign is trying to reach all of those avenues. There have been TV spots. Hopefully some of you have seen them on TV. Many of them aired last year, even during the basketball championships, which was prime time. We also got a lot of earned media through Michigan Broadcasting, which was very beneficial. They took it on as their project for the year, which helped the campaign as well. These 2 TV spots were great, and they aired a lot, and we hope to continue those as well. There's a toolkit for providers and community vaccinators to use. Many of the information in the toolkit is available for them to take on and use in their own clinics. The iVaccinate website was created in conjunction with Veronica McNally. She wanted this to be a safe place for parents to come and be able to get information at a parent's discretion. She wanted them to feel like it was informational, educational, to answer their questions. She felt like parents had a lot of concerns. One of the things that she really felt was important to have on the website is that parents want to protect their children, that they have a lot of questions and they feel concerns about vaccines, that they have to weigh the risk and the benefits about vaccines, that every medical decision is a decision that they take personally. And she wanted information on there about these decisions that they make. The website is listed there. Here's the answering your questions. So you can put in a question, you can hit the answer, and then you can even expand to get additional resources for more information. And so it's not just governmental resources. There are hospital resources. There are a plethora of resources. There's data there that's available, so it goes beyond just the website itself. It links to all kinds of additional resources that are available. And that's what Veronica's goal was for parents to find factual information that they felt comfortable answering their questions regarding immunizations. She also felt very strongly about parent testimonials, and that's what you see on her video that she just did. She feels strongly that parents who have suffered from vaccine preventable diseases tell their story, and she does that across the state. and she wanted other parents who have been negatively affected by VPDs to get out and tell their stories. Also, parents whose children can't be vaccinated, she wanted those parents to be able to speak on the importance of others to be vaccinated. And so she has them on their I Vaccinate Because statements on their website, and those are very powerful. Those videos can be linked on and can be also connected to your own websites. Local health departments and many other agencies are using those as well. Many of them are on YouTube and can be picked up and linked to as well. Extremely powerful to hear and watch some of those. And I think those testimonials speak greatly to what Mark was saying about what we need to do as a community to protect those who cannot be protected through immunizations. And you're right, this is why we vaccinate. It's to protect those who need to be protected. It's why I vaccinate myself and my family and this little guy. So we hope you find that this program has been beneficial. And I think now, Anne-Marie, we're open for questions, I'm assuming?